take place. And you start going into anger and you start going into shame. And because of who we were and what we were on the verge of doing, there's a stigma that you don't want anyone to know. But
Of course.
the largest challenge for us was that because we were brothers and what was between our stepfather's legs is between our legs meant for our sisters that we were somehow just as guilty, that we weren't allowed to talk about it. And that's what happens for brothers who, once they learn about their sisters, their inability to speak to the people who could help them understand what just happened to their family, because everyone in the family has their own individual relationships with each other, and they're very dynamic, they're very fluid, and they're very special. And the same thing especially goes for your parents. And when they are the ones doing the crimes, it really blows apart the family. Uh, with my sisters, they were able to find some resources. They could go to the library, they could seek out counseling, they could seek out some sort of support system. But when it comes to brothers, certainly back then in 77, there was absolutely nothing. Every now and then you get a
I was going to
movie.
say we don't have a lot now, much less back then. So-
We have next almost zero for brothers. It's as if brothers in the conversation, and Cameron, we are taboo. We are an inconvenient truth in the conversation because who wants to talk about the trauma the brothers experience? That's just another group that needs to have support and systems put in place. So in the immediate aftermath of what happened,
but you and I both know society doesn't care about men that much.
well, and then you have
And
to.
that's not new news,
No, no, there's not new news. That we also have to look at where does a lot of that come from? A lot of that comes from men because we, who are doing a lot of the controlling of the narrative and how things are going, even though we're starting to break some of these, some of these stigmas, there's a sense that we need to always be tough. We need to always be strong. And so that breeds, to a certain extent, this toxic masculinity because it says the feelings and the emotions, all that high level stuff belongs to women. That's their domain. But when it comes to being strong and being all of these things that what we have been taught to believe about boys and men, you cannot cry, you cannot do these things. A lot of that is of our